Good day! We'll be learning the influence of scripting on programming. So what is scripting? Scripting is a way of delivering instructions to a computer, as with all forms of programming. A scripting language allows programs to be accessed and utilized by other programs. However, users can also interact directly with the scripted program in many ways, including by inputting direct commands, clicking buttons, and so forth. Scripting languages represents a different set of trade-offs than system programming languages. They give up execution speed and strength of typing relative to system programming languages, but provide significant higher programming productivity and software reuse. This trade-off makes more and more sense as computers become faster and cheaper in comparison to programmers. The most important factor is a shift in the application mix towards gluing application. Scripting languages are programming languages designed for writing scripts, which are set of instructions executed by a computer. They offer advantages of ease of use, rapid prototyping, flexibility, and automation capabilities. Unlike compiled languages such as C++ or Java, scripting languages are interpreted at runtime rather than being compiled into machine code before execution. Popular scripting languages include JavaScript, Python, and Ruby. They excel in quick development, integration with other components, and automating repetitive tasks. In web development, JavaScript enhances interactivity, and scripting languages communicate with other components through APIs and frameworks. Scripting languages are used throughout the software development lifecycle, including testing and deployment. Best practices like code organization and testing ensures effective and maintainable scripts. JavaScript is a versatile and influential scripting language that has revolutionized web development and expanded its reach beyond the browser. It is widely used for client-side scripting, enabling dynamic and interactive web pages. JavaScript's impacts extended to server-side development with the introduction of Node.js, enabling scalable and high-performance applications. Its asynchronous programming patterns contribute to the responsive and effective code execution. The JavaScript ecosystem boasts a vast collections of frameworks, libraries, and tools that empower developers in various domains. It enables full-stack development, simplifies cross-platform applications development, and excels in data visualization and charting. JavaScript's influence can be seen in a widespread adoption, active community, and continuous expansion into new domains, such as machine learning and Internet of Things. All over, JavaScript has played a transformative role in programming, providing developers with the power and flexibility to create rich and interactive and cross-platform applications. Here are the building blocks for dynamic programs. Adapting to diverse scenario and inputs in JavaScript. The examples of selection, repetition, and parameter passing in JavaScript demonstrates the language flexibility and functionality. Selection refers to the process of making decisions based on certain conditions. It involves evaluating different conditions or expressions and executing different blocks of codes based on the outcome. Selection statements or conditional statements are used to control the flow of the program based on these conditions. Selection statements in JavaScript helps you create logic that allows your program to make decisions and take different actions based on various conditions. These are essential for implementing branching and conditional behavior in your code. In the selection example, the script demonstrates how to determine a grade based on a given percentage. The getGrade function takes a percentage as input and uses conditional statements to evaluate the percentage and return the corresponding grade. For example, if the percentage is greater than or equal to 90, it returns A. If it's between 80 and 89, it returns B, and so on. This selection process allows the script to determine the appropriate grade based on the input percentage. In JavaScript, repetition refers to the process of executing a certain block of code or a specific task multiple times. It allows you to repeat a set of instructions interactively based on a condition or a predetermined number of iterations. Repetition is commonly achieved using loops, which are control structures that enables you to execute a block of code repeatedly until a certain condition is met. JavaScript provides different types of loops, such as for loop, while loop, and do-while loop, each with its own syntax and conditions for repetition. By utilizing repetition in JavaScript, you can efficiently automate repetitive tasks, process collections of data, and perform complex computations. The repetition example showcases how to generate a multiplication table for a given number. The generate multiplication table function takes a number as input and uses a for loop to iterate from 1 to 10. Within each iteration, it calculates the product of the input number and the loop index and logs it to the console in the format number x index equals product. By repeatedly performing this calculation and printing the results, the script generates a multiplication table with a specific number. Parameter passing refers to a mechanism of passing values of variables to functions. When you define a function, you can specify parameters that act as a placeholder for values to be provided when the function is called. The parameter passing example illustrates how to calculate the average of multiple numbers passed as parameters. The calculate average function uses the rest parameter syntax to accept any number of arguments. It then utilizes the reduce method to sum up all the numbers in the numbers array. Finally, it divides the sum by the length of the array to calculate the average. By passing different sets of numbers as arguments to the function, the script can dynamically calculate their average and output sold to the console. In JavaScript, there are different ways to pass parameters. Positional parameters is when calling a function, you can pass argument to match the order of the parameter defined in the function's parameter list. In the given example, John is passed as the value of the name parameter, and 25 is passed as the value of the age parameter. In named parameters, instead of relying on the order of parameters, you can explicitly mention the parameter name along with the argument value when calling a function. This allows you to pass arguments in any order. From the given example, an object is passed as an argument with a parameter name as keys. This way, the order of the argument does not matter. Meanwhile, in the default parameters, you can assist default values to function parameters. If an argument is not provided when calling a function, the default value will be used. At the given example, greet John overrides the default value with John. Parameter passing in the JavaScript allows you to provide input values to functions, enabling them to perform specific tasks based on those values. It provides flexibility in how arguments are passed and allows for customizable behavior within functions. From this study, we can conclude that JavaScript scripting plays a transformative role in programming, providing developers with the power and flexibility to create efficient and innovative solutions. Its popularity and widespread adoption means that there is wealth of resources and support available. This makes it easier for developers to learn, troubleshoot, and collaborate on projects. By leveraging control structures and utilizing its extensive ecosystem, JavaScript continues to drive advancement in web development, empowering developers to create dynamic and engaging web experience. That's all for today, folks. Happy coding!